Hey guys, so in my last video I talked about how I was parting out the 2000 Miata because I blew the head and how I picked up this car. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of go over this car and what's different about it versus my 2000 and go through some of the things I've already done. First thing that you'll notice is my 2000 had the MB2 conversion and this one does not. So it's got the NB1 headlights, NB1 bumper. I might go ahead and swap over my bumper and headlights from my silver car to this car. I think it looks better, but right now I'm trying to sell the parts to make money to pick up other things. One thing that's different about this car is my silver car had the duckbill. This one doesn't have the duckbill. The other thing is my soft top on my silver car, I don't remember in another video, but it got shot out. It was the glass window, so I didn't have a soft top. I removed it, so this one does have the soft top. I do have a hard top for this also. I took it off. Its paint was really bad, bubbling. Whoever did the paint job on that really didn't do a good job. I know that they painted the rear spoiler and the front bumper, like the quality of work wasn't there. I think they were kind of just trying to make it look better, give it a little more style. I plan on fixing a lot of stuff. The paint on this car overall, it might look good in the video, but it actually isn't. You can see there's some scratches here. You can see where they removed the emblems and they tried to shave them or fill them. You see the gouge right there. Missing an antenna here. Scratches pretty much everywhere. My door handle right here is loose. So, I mean, it's probably too quick of a reaction to pick up the car, but I like all the little things that are wrong with it because it gives me something to do. Gives me something to work on. On my 2000, I was kind of at a point where anything else was going to cost a lot of money, whether I supercharged it or turbocharged it or motor swapped it, and it was kind of frustrating not really having the money. Whereas there's a lot of little things on here that I could do that won't cost too much money, that's going to keep me busy and keep me happy. I like tinkering all the time. This car has tinted windows where my other car didn't have tinted windows, so that was kind of a plus. And the other thing that this car has that my other car didn't have was the steering wheel. This one has an aftermarket steering wheel. It's got the NRG quick release and has a Momo steering wheel. I'm not really sure if it's a legit Momo steering wheel, but it's there. And then also has this shift knob. The interior is pretty decent. I mean, it could be wiped down. There's a lot of seams that are coming loose right here, and then over on the passenger seat over there. Little chunk missing here. So I'm not sure about what I'm going to do with the seats. Maybe get them recovered, or maybe just get new seats altogether. The other thing too, I'm probably going to do a shifter rebuild. This is their version of a shifter boot. It's really just a beanie that they shoved under there. If you look, you can see right down into the street. The shifter itself probably needs to be rebuilt. I plan on doing that, so that's going to be one of the projects I'm doing. Rebuilding the shifter, putting a new boot on there, getting it all done. Another thing I might do is change out this head unit. Don't really like it. I don't really listen to CDs that often, but there isn't an option for a CD player at all. There's a knob that's missing here, a little piece that's missing there. Not exactly sure how to use all the controls other than Googling it and figuring it out. So I'm probably going to just swap that out. One thing that I already changed, when I sold my hardtop to someone, they had these visors. They fold down. I don't know if you can see that, but they fold. And they become like a half visor. And I really like that. It looks cleaner, in my opinion. It gives me the option to do a little bit of shade or pop it down, do a lot of bit of shade, move it up like that. I really like these half ones. The guy actually gave them to me because he plans on putting his lights there. So that's a little bit of difference. So that's different. Steering wheel's different, and the tint's different. I'm gonna go ahead and pop the hood, show you what's different there. I had stock exhaust, or I'm sorry, stock exhaust manifold. This one has an aftermarket header. I'm not sure what header it is. I'm thinking that it's probably a Raceland or maybe OBX or something like that. I'm gonna look online and try to figure out what it is. If anyone knows what it is, you can leave that in the comments. Took off the breather tube that goes to the intake. I haven't noticed any issues with that. I don't know if that's something that's common that people do. I'm gonna kind of look into that too. They also removed the AC, probably to get a little more power from the car. And this fan's missing. It's a lot of little things that are kind of just missing. I think their intentions were to probably track it or drift it or something and wanted to make the most amount of power possible. They put this aftermarket intake on it. I'm not sure what it is or where it came from. Probably keep that there until I could find something a little bit different, a little bit better. But I mean, that's the differences on the car. I like it so far. Lots of little things I could work on, lots of little things to keep me busy. So this car had Odd Han AH03 16x8 plus 15 wheels with 195s. There were mixed match tires. 2 were the same in the front, 2 were the same in the rear, but the front and rear weren't the same. So I was able to sell those, and I kept my Advani Storms from the silver car and threw them on here. The other thing that I'm keeping is my tin coilovers, my Street Flex Z's. I already swapped out the front, didn't get around to swapping out the rear. I'll show you a little video of the rear or whatever it is. So you can see that's them right there. I don't know what they are. They're not dampening adjustable, they're height adjustable. Looks like they have a dual rate spring, but that lower spring's completely compressed, so I don't see the point in it being dual rate. I do have the ISR exhaust. I like the way it sounds. I like the way it looks, and I know it's like a budget exhaust. It's like $329 or something like that. I think it sounds better than the Flying Miata mid-pipe and the custom exhaust that I did. I don't know why that brace is missing. I still have the one on the silver car, so I'll probably swap it over or put something in its place, maybe an aftermarket brace. But the exhaust sounds good. The headers are nice to have. The tinted tail lights is something that they did. I like that. The tinted windows, they did. I like that. But so project-wise, fix the paint little bit by little. Might look like a spotty car with primer here and there, or maybe I'll try to pick up the same color of green and kind of match it, and probably look like shit. But in the end, it'll probably look good. I'm probably gonna do a color change. I really want to do like a blue. Maybe stick with the green, maybe even like a greenish blue, like what was on those Mustangs back in the 90s that would shift colors. I don't know. We'll figure it out. And then I'm probably gonna do the stainless steel brake lines on this car. Do all the little projects like fixing the interior, fixing the soft top because it's got some leaks, maybe just replacing it all together, sanding down the hard top and getting it repainted. But it runs really well. I don't know if it's because of the intake and the headers, but I feel like it runs a lot better than my silver car did. Maybe my silver car was slowly going out and I just didn't really notice it, but this car runs a lot better than my silver car did. I like it. Lots of little things to fix, and you'll see more videos of all those little things to fix. I'm going to end the video with starting the car up and revving it a little so that you could hear the ISR exhaust. If you guys have any questions, comments, or whatever, let me know. Hey, look, there's another little weird thing. No Frankenstein bolt, Frankenstein bolt. So I'm going to have to pick up one of those. And let's go ahead and start the car. Oh, another little thing. When they installed this, they did not do the resistor or whatever it was so that the airbag light wouldn't blink. So you can see it blinking there. Not sure why that is doing that. So let's start it up. So there's what it sounds like in the cabin. Door's open. I'll close the door. I think it has less drone than any of the exhausts that I had on my silver car. To go back, I did like a custom catback exhaust, center exit, did a cherry bomb style muffler right behind the cat, and then a smaller one in the back to my center dual tip. And then I went flying Miata 2.5 inch with cat mid pipe, and then did a custom driver's side exit with a cherry bomb style muffler. And I like the way they sound, but I think this one sounds a lot better. I'm gonna give it a little rev. I don't know if you could hear it, but you kind of hear the intake. But car sounds pretty good. Go around to the outside. Probably put the phone down so you could hear it rev from out there. All right, you can be pointing towards the sky. Nice deep rumble, not too raspy, no more raspier than any other exhaust that I've heard. But yeah, I mean, that's the car. It is what it is. I went from a not running 2000 Miata that looked really good with 210,000 miles to a running 99 Miata with only 157,000 miles. So I think that I kind of made out in this deal. Sure, there's a lot of little things here and there, but after all that's said and done, when I'm done selling all the parts off my 2000 Miata, this car will be paid for, the registration will be paid for, and I'll probably have a little bit more money to do a few more things. So in the end, it costs me nothing but my labor, and I think I'd probably make enough money to fix a lot of the little things on this car. So I'm happy, get to make more video, get to enjoy the car, get to go have fun. Thank you.